Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be looking at some numbers hot off the press. Alphabet Inc.'s Q3 2024 earnings released just today, October 29th.
Yeah, just came out.
I know what you're thinking, earnings reports. Sounds a little dry, right?
Yes.
But trust me, this is Google's parent company. These numbers tell a pretty fascinating story
Oh, absolutely.
about where tech is heading and how it could affect you.
It's not just about the numbers themselves, right? It's about what they tell us.
Right.
The trends, the insights, the future.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to uncover today. The stuff that matters, the stuff that could actually change how you use the internet, your phone, even how businesses operate.
Okay, let's zoom out then to the big picture first. Alphabet's revenue jumped 15% year over year,
Sure.
hit a massive $88.3 billion.
Billion with a B.
That's billion with a B. What is fueling this incredible growth?
I mean, it's like they got multiple rockets strapped to this thing.
Yeah.
Right? We're seeing growth across the board, but a huge factor is their investment in AI. And it's not just hype. It's actually paying off in tangible ways. Their CEOs, Sundar Pichai, even said that they're seeing extraordinary momentum in AI adoption, both by consumers and businesses.
So it's not just fancy algorithms then, it's about AI actually making a difference in how products work and how people use them.
Exactly. Think about how AI is already integrated into your daily life. It's in how Google understands your searches, personalizes your recommendations on YouTube, even optimizes routes on Google Maps. This success we're seeing in their numbers is directly impacting your experience with these tools.
And speaking of tools, let's talk about the OG, the one that started it all. Google Search.
Classic.
Google Services revenue, which includes search, still grew a solid 13% to reach $76.5 billion. That's pretty impressive for something that's been around for what feels like forever.
Yeah, it really is. But here's where things get interesting.
Okay.
Search isn't just about typing in keywords anymore. AI is changing the game.
How so?
Well, Pichai highlighted how search is evolving beyond traditional methods, becoming more intuitive and personalized.
So it's not just about matching words then. It's about understanding what the user really wants.
Precisely, think about it. Google can now analyze your past searches, your location, even the time of day. To deliver more relevant results, it's almost like having a personal assistant who knows you inside and out, helping you find exactly what you need, even if you can't articulate it perfectly.
I have noticed that sometimes it's almost spooky how well Google seems to know what I'm looking for.
Right.
But it definitely saves me a ton of time and frustration.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like AI isn't just transforming search, it's making waves in another huge area, cloud computing.
You're absolutely right. Google Cloud revenue just skyrocketed 35% to reach $11.4 billion.
Wow.
That kind of growth isn't happening by chance. It's being driven by businesses of all sizes flocking to the cloud, and particularly to Google's AI infrastructure.
Okay, so I get that cloud computing is a big deal. But can you break it down for me? What exactly is AI infrastructure?
Yep.
And why is it so hot right now?
Sure. Imagine you're a company, and you want to use AI to do things like analyze customer data, predict trends, or even create new products. To do that, you need a lot of computing power storage and specialized software. Building all that yourself is incredibly expensive and complex.
So it's like trying to build your own power plant instead of just plugging into the grid.
That's a great analogy. Google Cloud is like that power grid for AI.
Okay.
They provide all the infrastructure you need to run your AI applications, so you can focus on what you do best. And it's not just about convenience. It's about scalability as your needs grow. You can easily tap into more resources without having to invest in a bunch of new hardware.
It all makes sense now. And clearly businesses are seeing the value given Google Cloud's impressive growth.
For sure.
So we've got search and cloud, both powered by AI. What other areas is Alphabet seeing success in?
Well, there's one platform that continues to defy expectations, YouTube.
You
It just hit a major milestone. Combined ad and subscription revenue exceeded $50 billion over the past year.
What?
That's more than the GDP of some countries.
Wow, we all know YouTube is popular. But those numbers are insane. I guess it's more than just cat videos these days, huh?
It really is. YouTube is becoming a one-stop shop for entertainment, education, even news. And they're diversifying their revenue streams beyond just ads.
Makes sense.
Services like YouTube TV, YouTube Music, and Premium, they are all gaining traction and contributing to their overall success.
So it's kind of like how Netflix went from just DVDs to a streaming powerhouse with original content and different subscription tiers.
Exactly. They're giving viewers more options.
Yeah.
and creating a more well-rounded platform, which is clearly paying off.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about success, we also need to look at how Alphabet is managing its resources,
Okay.
which is where the concept of operating margin comes in.
Okay, operating margin. That sounds a bit technical. Can you translate that into plain English for us?
Of course. Basically, operating margin tells you how much profit a company makes for every dollar of revenue.
Oh.
Think of it like this. If you sell lemonade for $1 a cup, and it costs you 50 cents to make, your operating margin is 50%. In Alphabet's case, their operating income jumped a significant 34%, and their operating margin also expanded.
So they're not just making more money, they're becoming more efficient at making money.
Exactly. It means they're managing costs well and getting more bang for their buck, which is a good sign for the company's long-term health and future growth.
So far, it sounds like Alphabet is firing on all cylinders. They're seeing impressive growth, their AI investments are paying off, and they're becoming more efficient. But there's one more thing I have to ask about before we move on, Gemini.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some news about Alphabet reorganizing their Gemini app team, which focuses on the consumer interface for their AI models, and merging it with Google DeepMind. What's the scoop on that?
That's a really interesting development. While they haven't revealed all the details yet, it seems like they're serious about bringing their powerful AI capabilities directly to consumers in a user-friendly way.
So what can we speculate about this move? What's the potential impact down the line?
It's still early days, but this could be a game changer. Imagine being able to access Google's vast knowledge and AI capabilities. Through a simple, intuitive interface, it could be like having a super intelligent personal assistant who can answer your questions, help you with tasks, even spark your creativity.
That sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right?
It's almost like we're on the cusp of a new era in personal technology, and Google wants to be at the forefront.
It certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
And the implications of that could be huge, not just for Google, but for all of us.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground already. Impressive revenue growth, the impact of AI on everything from search to cloud, YouTube's continued dominance, and a sneak peek into the future with Gemini. But we've only just scratched the surface. There's still so much to unpack and explore.
You're right. In our next segment, we'll delve deeper into what all of this means for you, the listener. We'll explore how these trends might impact your digital life and the future of technology as a whole. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into Alphabet's Q3 earnings.
It's been amazing to see how these numbers translate into real-world changes. Like, it's not just abstract financial data. It's about technology that's shaping how we live, work, and interact with the world.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to focus on now.
Okay.
What does this all mean for you?
I like that.
Let's start with search.
Okay, so we talked about how AI is revolutionizing how we find information. But how will that actually affect our daily lives? I mean, beyond just getting better search results.
Well, think about all the time you spend searching for things online.
Right.
Now imagine if those searches were more efficient, more intuitive, and delivered exactly what you needed in a snap. That's the promise of AI-powered search.
So no more wading through endless pages of irrelevant links or trying to figure out the right keywords to use.
Exactly.
It's about getting to the information you need faster and with less effort.
Yeah.
Imagine searching for something like best hiking trails near me. And Google instantly pulls up a map with trails tailored to your fitness level, the current weather conditions, and even your preferred scenery.
That would be incredible.
Right.
And it's not just about convenience. It's about access to information. AI could make complex topics easier to understand.
Yeah.
And help people learn new things more effectively.
That's a really important point. Think about someone trying to research a medical condition or learn a new skill. AI-powered search could break down complicated information into digestible formats, making it accessible to a wider range of people.
It's almost like AI is becoming our personal research assistant.
Yeah.
Guiding us through the vast sea of information and helping us make sense of it all.
Precisely. Now let's shift gears to the cloud.
Okay.
We discussed how businesses are turning to cloud solutions in droves. But what are the broader implications of this trend for the average person? That's a great question. I feel like the cloud is this sort of nebulous concept that we all use but don't fully grasp.
It's definitely become an essential part of our digital lives, even if we don't always see it. Think about the services you use: daily email, social media, online banking, streaming platforms. They all rely on cloud computing.
So when we talk about Google Cloud's growth, it means more and more of our digital lives are running on their infrastructure.
Exactly. And as AI becomes more integrated into the cloud, we can expect even more innovative and personalized experiences. Imagine a
I
world
like it.
where your streaming service not only recommends movies you might like, but also creates custom trailers based on your specific preferences.
That's wild. It's like having a personal editor for everything you watch.
And speaking of personalized experiences, we can't forget about YouTube.
Right.
They hit that incredible revenue milestone. But what does that mean for the average YouTube viewer or creator?
Well, for viewers, it could mean even more high-quality content. As YouTube's revenue grows, they have more resources to invest in original programming.
Support creators who are producing engaging videos and even experiment with new formats and technologies.
It's like how cable TV used to have just a few channels, and now there are hundreds with shows for every taste imaginable.
That's a great analogy. And for creators, it means more opportunities to reach a wider audience, build a following, and even make a living from their content.
That's the dream for a lot of creators.
It is.
But it's not just about quantity, right? What about the quality and diversity of content on YouTube?
That's where AI comes into play again.
Okay.
YouTube is constantly refining its algorithms and recommendation systems.
Yeah.
Using AI to personalize the viewing experience and surface content that is both relevant and engaging.
So theoretically, YouTube could use AI to help viewers discover creators and content they might not have found otherwise, expanding their horizons and introducing them to new perspectives.
Absolutely. AI could help break down filter bubbles and expose people to a wider range of ideas and viewpoints.
That's incredibly powerful. It's like AI is not just changing how we find information, but also what kind of information we're exposed to.
You're hitting on a crucial point. As AI plays a bigger role in shaping our online experiences, it's essential to be mindful of its potential impact on things like diversity of thought
Right.
and access to information.
It's like any powerful tool, it can be used for good or bad. We need to make sure we're using it responsibly.
I couldn't agree more. And that brings us to perhaps the most important takeaway from this deep dive.
Okay, I'm all ears. What's the big picture message here?
All these trends. The growth in Search Cloud, YouTube, and the increasing focus on AI point to a future where technology is becoming more personalized, more powerful, and more deeply integrated into our lives.
It's exciting and a little bit daunting at the same time.
It is, but knowledge is power. The more we understand these trends, the better equipped we'll be to navigate this rapidly changing landscape and make informed choices about how we use and engage with technology.
So you're saying that understanding these financial reports isn't just about money. It's about gaining insights into the future of our digital world and our place in it.
Exactly. And that's why we do these deep dives. We want to empower you, the listener, to be an informed and engaged participant in this technological revolution.
Well, you've definitely given us a lot to think about. But before we get too lost in the future, let's bring it back to the present. Still got one more segment to go.
That's right. In our final segment, we'll step back and consider the long-term implications of these trends.
Okay.
We'll explore how they might shape the future of technology and your digital life in the years to come. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into Alphabet's Q3 earnings. We've explored the financial highlights, the impact of AI, and what these trends mean for you. Now get ready, because we're about to step into our time machine and look ahead.
That's right. We're shifting from the what to the what if. Let's imagine how these developments might shape the future of technology and your digital life in the years to come.
Okay, I'm picturing a flying car and a robot butler, but hopefully it's a little more nuanced than that.
Well,
What's your take on the long-term outlook?
Well, if we zoom out and connect the dots, one thing is crystal clear. The line between the physical and digital worlds is becoming increasingly blurry. With the rise of AI, the cloud, and increasingly sophisticated devices, technology is weaving itself more seamlessly into our everyday lives.
We're already seeing glimpses of this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about smart homes that adjust the temperature before you even walk in the door.
Right.
Wearables that track your every step, and even personalized recommendations that seem to know your taste in movies better than you do.
Exactly. And as these technologies advance, get ready for even more personalized and immersive experiences.
Ooh, I like it.
Imagine a world where your home anticipates your needs before you even realize them. Your car navigates traffic while you catch up on emails. And your digital assistant acts like a true partner, understanding your goals and helping you achieve them.
That sounds both amazing and a bit unsettling. Like, it's exciting to think about all the possibilities, but also a bit overwhelming to imagine technology becoming so integrated into our lives.
Yeah, it's understandable to feel that way. As with any major technological shift, there are both incredible opportunities and valid concerns.
For sure.
One of the big questions on everyone's mind is how AI will impact jobs and the economy as a whole.
Yeah, that's a big one. There's a lot of talk about AI replacing jobs, but some people argue that it will also create new opportunities we can't even imagine yet.
It's definitely not a simple equation.
Hmm.
Some jobs will inevitably become automated, but others will be augmented by AI, freeing up humans to focus on tasks that require creativity, critical thinking, and those uniquely human qualities that machines can't replicate.
So it's not necessarily about a battle between humans and machines, but
No.
rather how we can collaborate and leverage each other's strengths.
Exactly. AI can handle the repetitive, data-heavy tasks, while humans can focus on the big-picture thinking, strategic decision-making, and those human interactions that require empathy and understanding.
Makes sense.
And this brings us to another critical consideration,
Okay.
the ethical implications of AI.
Right. We briefly touched on algorithmic bias earlier, but there are so many layers to this privacy security, the potential for misuse. It's a lot to unpack.
Absolutely. It's vital that we have open and honest conversations about these issues and develop frameworks that guide the ethical development and deployment of AI.
Yeah.
We need to ensure that these powerful technologies are used to benefit society as a whole, not just a select few, and that we're addressing potential risks proactively.
It sounds like the future of technology isn't just about innovation, it's also about responsibility, both from the companies developing these technologies and from us, the users who are interacting with them.
I couldn't agree more. As we become more reliant on technology, it's crucial to think critically about the impact it's having on our lives, our communities, and our world.
So what can the average person do to navigate this complex and rapidly changing landscape? I mean, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all of this.
That's a great question. The key is to stay informed, stay curious, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The more you understand about these technologies and their implications, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions about how you use them
Uh-huh.
and to engage in meaningful conversations about their development and impact.
It's like anything else. Knowledge is power. The more we understand, the more we can shape the future we want to see.
Exactly. And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Alphabet's Q3 earnings.
Wow, what a journey. We've covered everything from record-breaking revenue to the rise of AI, and what it all means for the future of technology and our lives.
I hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and given you valuable insights to ponder. Remember, this is an ongoing conversation, and the story of technology is still being written.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this final thought. What role do you want technology to play in your life? And how can you actively participate in shaping that future? Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep the conversation going. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.